All right, you've reached the final video. Congratulations. We're going to talk about a concept, very simple, happening in your life every minute of every day. And the concept is called exponential. Exponential growth, to be exact. And I'm going to go through exponential and how it relates to 4 very specific things. But it's happening in anything that can be digitized, anything that can be represented in ones and zeros. But specifically for your business, from a marketing standpoint, from a targeting standpoint, these 4 things are going to change marketing. They are every day. Okay, every single day. Sensors, I'm going to define what that is in a second. Networks, infinite computing, and machine learning. Okay, a sensor is a device that detects information. Temperature, vibration, radiation, or behavior. URL level navigation, keyword search, campaign response behavior, social media behavior, mobile media behavior, right? Buying behavior, content consumption, transaction behavior, right? We do behavioral targeting. How do we get all that behavior in? We bring in 20 billion pieces of behavior every single day. But because we do it in a people-based way, meaning we know who they are, we have their identity, we've resolved their identity, then that behavior that we collect enables us to find the patterns of previous buyers. Now, that's a video for another time. But I want to tell you that sensors, when they're connected to a network, that network allows you to transmit that data, okay? Now think about that information that sensors collect. Right now, today, we're in a 15 billion sensor economy. Gartner, one of the largest consulting companies in the world, predicts, and they're not the only ones, that within the next 3 years, by 2020, we will be a 1 trillion sensor economy. As far as networks are concerned, the biggest companies in the world are building networks. Google, Facebook, companies like Qualcomm, the guys from XPRIZE, okay? That means you're going to be able to collect information anywhere. That means you'll be able to grab information and pass it through a network and be able to plug that into infinite computing. Computational power that is both abundant and powerful. And it's available through companies like Amazon and companies like IBM and companies like ours can have infinite computing, which we do through those contracts. And what that means is when you have abundant and powerful, it becomes almost free, right? The cost goes down. All right, and then you add in the machine learning, which we're going to cover in a second here. All that machine learning is a system that can learn from the data, from the information, all right? The data teaches the computer. That's all it is, all right? The information teaches the machine learning. It teaches the machine, all right? You feed that data into an algorithm, right? A math formula. For us, right? That's a training sample. In machine learning language, it's a training sample. And our training sample is the behavior, chronological behavior that led up to that purchase. So all that research that they're doing, all that behavior, visiting your website, stuff like that happens leading up to it. We take that individual sale, that individual conversion, and we feed it into the algorithm, the AI, the artificial intelligence. So we operate via 15 billion sensors. All that data comes to us via these networks in real time. It's processed by infinite computing power. That's damn near free. And we feed that into machine learning. We feed that chronological behavior that led up to that purchase. Now imagine if you only did it for one prospect. You wouldn't learn very much. But if you had the ability to do it for thousands, what the machine learning algorithm does is it allows us to predict who's in market by analyzing all the data, the buying behavior, the 25 billion pieces of buying behavior data that we bring in every day. The navigation behavior, the keyword search behavior comes to us in real time. And we feed it in there and we look for the pattern. So if one person buys, that's not really a pattern. But if you can overlay 50, 100, 200 chronological paths to purchase, the algorithm, the machine learning, finds the pattern. Now, here's where the real magic is happening in the world, not just us, okay? Most people think in terms of linear, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? If I tell you to take 30 linear steps, you're going to be at 30. Now, when I was in elementary school, I had a Sony Walkman. I couldn't look at a Sony Walkman and envision an iPod, right? I couldn't do it. I had linear thinking. So I didn't see the dramatic change, okay? So in those days, products changed, but the new product retained 90, 95% of the previous product. Not in today's world. In today's world, technology has gone exponential, okay? Anything that can be represented in a 1 and a 0 jumps on the exponential growth curve of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and it just keeps going. So if I asked you to take 30 exponential steps, you'd be over 1 billion. Okay, so anything that becomes digitized enters the same exponential growth that we see in computing. So anything that can be represented in ones and zeros, from music to biotechnology to behavior, is going to be considered exponential. And for us, that's everything. And every day, more and more sensors are coming online, and bigger and better networks are being produced. So when you hear the term, the Internet of Things, all we're talking about is the growth of sensors and networks. All right, the future of sensors and networks. That's all we're talking about when we say IoT, the Internet of Things, the Internet of Everything. That's all we mean. A sensor is a device that detects things and it's connected to a network. And it transmits that information. Right? So a single piece of data, single piece of information, when added to other information, creates insight. In our business, the information we get is maybe a URL level visit, a keyword search. All right, so when we connect those two pieces, we get a greater insight than we do if we look at just one. What if we look at hundreds? So every day we bring in 25 billion pieces of behavior. Okay, they're connected to an identifier for that prospect, and we're able to look at all that behavior and match it up to the buying behavior of previous purchases, what we call our conversion profile. Okay, and we bring in this 25 billion in real time every day. So the number one question we get is, Rich, how do you get all that? We buy it. All right, we buy raw data events. We buy it. It's for sale. That's why people are building so many sensors, because of the economic value of doing so. Connect it to a network, and now you got a world of businesses who want to buy it. So through our company, you're going to be able to know when your prospects are actively pursuing a purchase of an outcome that you provide. The Internet of Things. If you're not doing this with us, you need to be doing this. You need to be using sensors and networks. Now, here's the deal. You're never going to be able to, in a million years, do what we're doing. Okay? You couldn't build this technology if I spotted you $5 million. No disrespect, but you couldn't do it. It's complicated, and this is what we do every single day. So when you get on the phone with us, we're already doing this. And it's being used for Fortune 500 companies and all the way down to one-man businesses. And every aspect, every application of it is time-tested stuff. All this tech is super sexy, super cool, but it's based on time-tested principles. Develop a relationship before you sell. Develop trust, because it's at the heart of every relationship. We do it better simply because we can do the principles that are proven to convert better using this technology. I'm not here to tell you that the technology is why we're better. We're better because of the way we use this technology to carry out time-tested, proven principles that convert. Okay, it's cool to talk about this, but outside of the basic principles of conversion, helping solve people's problems. Communication, that's what this is all about. Solving problems first, having conversations. Educating, developing a relationship, building trust. All of those things can be done using sensors and networks. And when you get on the phone with us, if we haven't already explained it to you in the last 3 videos, we're more than happy to walk you through it. Okay, but what it allows us to do is this. When you look at your marketplace, okay, take a good look at this marketplace. And I'm going to ask you a question here in a second. I want you to tell me, really take a good look at it. Okay? Imagine having to answer this question. How many were red? You see, if I asked you that question, you could guess because there weren't a lot of people on that page. But what if it was 50,000 people? So what if there were 500,000 people? What if there were 5 million? You couldn't guess, and you wouldn't want to guess. Okay, you don't want to guess. So here's the answer to the question. You don't know, right? That's the answer. Rich, I don't know. Okay, but now that you know the question, if I showed it to you again, if I asked you again, you'd very easily go from not knowing to knowing exactly. Now, why was that? Because when you know what you're looking for, you can count them. You can figure it out. And it wouldn't matter if there were 5 million people. It wouldn't matter if there were 50 million people. That's what this technology allows us to do. The color red represent the people who are actively pursuing a purchase of what you offer. They're actively seeking the outcome that you offer. Right? Their motivation is what you sell. And what this technology allows us to do is to first identify the red shirt. It identifies the buying behavior. And when you're collecting 25 billion pieces of behavior and you know the people by name, all you have to do is feed it into a computer with machine learning, which is what we do. And we would be able to build a profile. We would know when we're looking at this page, we're not looking for blue, we're not looking for green, we're not looking for gold, we're looking for red. So then what we do is we take those prospects, those high probability prospects, and we only target the needles, not the haystack. And at every level, whether we provide in-market leads or in-funnel leads, we bring those to Google and Facebook and we ask for lookalike matches, which is something we'll go over when you talk to us. We're going to go through all this. This is not the last conversation for you and I. Okay? You're going to have the ability through your company to find every prospect that is looking to work with a realtor. There are 7 ways to grow a business. Okay? The first one is to get a new customer. This is going to help you do that. It's going to let you do that at the lowest possible acquisition price available today because you're not advertising to the haystack. You're advertising to the needle. And when they end up on your website, we're going to be able to tell you who ends up on your website so you can make that special offer to them to get them that last little bit to buying from you. Okay? Second way is to increase the transaction value. You go through McDonald's, they ask you, would you like fries with that? Would you like to supersize that? So there are 6 things that you can do, and we're going to provide that methodology for you when we get on the phone so you can go ahead and implement that. And those are things that you can offer today. You just need to know who they are, and you can apply that to your business. The third way is to increase the frequency of repurchase. The single best person to sell to is an existing customer. The best way to sell somebody a $5,000 product is to sell them a $500 product first. Because the trust is there. They bought from you. When we get on the phone, we're going to give you an additional 6 ways that you can increase a transaction value. So at the bare minimum, getting on the phone with us, we're going to show you how to do this on your existing sales today. You're going to be able to grow profit off of those two things, whether you hire us or not. Just get on the phone with us and we'll show you. And the last thing, right now, if you were on the phone with me, I'd ask you this question because it's a 3-part question. Number 1, let's say you're at $10 million and you want to get to 12 or 15. I'm going to ask you the first part to the question. Can you get there on your existing product? Or do you need to grow and offer more choices? You might turn around and say, Rich, that's a great question because I could probably get to 12 like this, but I don't think I can get to 15. Which means I'm going to have to create new services, additional services. Well, guess what? If I can do this for your existing services, then I'm going to be able to do this for any services you offer in the future. Because we're tracking people across 50 billion URLs. So long as the 2 questions are true, do the sales start online? Meaning, is there research? And number 2, do they visit your website before they work with you? If so, I can help you. So let's say, for instance, that you work primarily in residential real estate and you want to go into commercial real estate. So I'd be able to help you roll that out. So I can help you if you start to acquire new services and offer new things. Again, we can help you with these new markets. The 6th way is you can acquire new companies. Again, there's products and services in there. Whether they're existing or you're going to develop new ones, if those products' sales start online, we're going to be able to help you. We bring in 25 billion. That's based off a 15 billion sensor economy on its way to 1 trillion. We're going to be able to help you. Okay? Everything we do is custom. Now, here's the last way. You have to get more residual value out of each of your resources. Okay? And there's dozens upon dozens of resources that your business has that you're not monetizing. Let's just focus on one for a second. You pay people to come to your website. You pay prospects to come to your website. You pay, and you have a limited window to close them if you're only using current retargeting technology. Maybe it's 4 weeks, maybe it's 6 weeks, maybe it's 10 weeks. But you have limited opportunity. If you use our technology, not only will we make it permanent, but we're going to take that prospect and we're going to go into our behavior database that we're collecting 25 billion pieces of behavior data per day. And we're going to build out that prospect's chronological path to purchase. And we're going to do it for every conversion you have. And we're going to build an algorithm for every product and service that you offer through your conversion funnel and your offer and your value proposition. Using every technology that I've already told you about. And this is only going to grow. Sensors are only going to grow. Right? What exponential means is they're doubling. Right? So think of sensors and networks and infinite computing and AI as exponential technology. Each and every one of them is a tool. If each one of them are growing exponentially, meaning they're getting faster rapidly, when you combine them, okay, there's a concept called the law of acceleration. Basically, we're using faster tools to build faster tools. Right? The computer or the phone that you're on right now only came into existence because of the previous generation. Right? The tools that we're building today are only going to build better, faster tools going forward. This is only going to speed up, not going to slow down. And this is a disruptor. I know that's a real jargon word, but I don't use it lightly. It's disruption. Anybody in marketing, if they're worth their salt, they're going to be telling you, you need to be doing people-based marketing. Meaning you need to be able to recognize the customer or the prospect on all their devices, anywhere they go, online or offline. And you need to be using machine learning. The behavioral targeting is going to allow you not only to see people coming, but it's going to let you know where they're about to go. And that's what our technology does. We offer 3 ways in which we can help you. We can provide in-market targeting, These are the prospects. You've heard me say it once, probably dozens of times in these last 3 videos, including this one. These are prospects that are actively getting ready to buy or sell, actively pursuing your services. They're actively searching for the outcome that you provide. So the data is going to be permanent and portable, and you're in control of it. And it's multi-channel, multi-touch, multi-device. You can go to Facebook, Google, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Amazon, Pinterest, LinkedIn. You can do email, outbound call, direct mail, even mobile. Because you know who they are when they start, it's 100% sales match accountability, which you cannot do with anonymous targeting. If the sale closes offline, you have no idea which form of advertising closed that sale. When you start with a manifest by name, you have 100% sales match accountability. Now there's more, and we'll go over it when we talk, but that's the basic fundamental of in-market targeting. And the second thing is in-funnel leads. If you think in-market is tight, in-funnel is the people that are not only actively pursuing, but they're actively pursuing from you. Truly no better lead in the world. Now you might say, Rich, I can do this with retargeting. No, you can't. It's not permanent. It's not portable. You don't know their names, so therefore you have no sales match accountability. I've already told you the 2 things you have to have. 2 things when somebody renders a yes. You have to be top of mind, and you have to be in a relationship. If you own and control the targeting, then you own and control the amount of conversations, when they start, where they take place, and you're going to be able to do this at a lower cost than your competitor. And the last and most important is that you're going to do a Google and Facebook lookalike match. Okay, a Google and Facebook lookalike match. You're going to be able to upload the in-market, but better, you should upload the in-funnel. And you're going to be able to go to any platform. I'm just saying Facebook and Google because those are 2 of the big ones today. Amazon is allowing you to do this. And LinkedIn is going to be allowing you to do this soon. And there's other ones you're going to be able to do this with. There's other places you're going to be able to do this online in the very near future. But the big boys, Facebook and Google, the most important. Now, I'll go backwards here for a second. Imagine you uploaded a list of people to Google or Facebook. And that's what they look like, all different kinds of behaviors. And you want them to find other people that are red. They would be lost and confused. But if you only advertise by uploading only the reds, right? Red represents buying behavior. What's Google going to do? They're going to look at the keywords that they searched, and they're going to find other people outside of our 250 million. And by the way, 250 is on its way to 350. We're already in beta test on this. I'm not going to give you a time frame, but just to give you an idea of the type of company that we are. We don't rest on our laurels. We're going to keep grinding, keep getting better, because that's the only way to survive in a structural change. Right? It's called dynamic value. Speed is the new big. Right? It's going to continue to evolve. And if you're not with a company that has that mindset and they understand exponential technology, that it doubles, right? Your cell phone has gotten faster, and the speed at which it gets faster is getting faster. That's exponential technology. You multiply the multiple tools that you have available, sensors, networks, computing, machine learning, they're all exponential technologies. The law of acceleration. We're building faster tools to build faster tools. When we upload this to Google or Facebook, it's more powerful than anything you can do. Because we're telling them exactly who to go target with our ad dollar. And of all the things that we offer you, if you do this off of the in-funnel leads that we provide, and you go up and ask them for a lookalike of the people that are not only actively pursuing a purchase, but pursuing it from you, Google and Facebook are going to deliver an incredibly targeted lead. You're actually going to be able to out Facebook and out Google Facebook and Google. That's what our results have been to date. I appreciate your time. We're going to continue to reach out to you and send you more stuff if you don't reach out to us, because we want to keep educating you. This 4-video series was designed for one reason and one reason only: to educate you. And I hope that along the way you came to find that not only are we knowledgeable, but we care about our clients. So I'm going to leave you with a definition. Okay, whether you buy from us or you buy from someone else, make sure that they do all the things we talked about, but most importantly, make sure that they understand the meaning of the word client. The definition of the word client is under the protection of. If you become our client, we will protect you. That means, as I said in the very first video, I'm not your friend. I'm here to help you. I'm here to protect you. And what that means to us is we're going to tell you what you need to be doing. Not because we're trying to get your account, not because we want to tell you what you want to hear. It's because of our level of expertise and experience. Okay, we're going to protect you. This is what you need to do to be successful in 2018. This is what you need to be leveraging, not because I say so, but because this is the way it's being done, and it's only going to get more competitive. Okay? Our mission and purpose is to relentlessly deliver the best in-market, in-funnel, lookalike, targeted leads possible. We do that by collecting and analyzing the largest, most diverse real-time buying behavior. And we provide those in-market, in-funnel, lookalike match leads in the single best form and format that will allow our clients the greatest leverage, the greatest advantage, and the greatest utilization. Meaning, it needs to convert. Okay? All these tools are to help you convert. All right, now we do all of this for our clients. We do all this to protect our clients for one reason and one reason only: to successfully compete for profitable sales, because today's marketplace is hyper competitive, and it's hyper competitive because it's data driven. Because it's data driven, and it's a 15 billion sensor economy on its way to 1 trillion. You need protection from that. And you could ignore that, and you could say, "Up, Rich, that sounds like hype." I hope that you can at least give us 15 minutes on the phone. I promise you 2 things. I will not take more than 15 minutes on the phone with you unless you want to be there. And number 2, we're going to educate you even further than we have. Okay? You have a great day, and I hope to hear from you soon. If we don't hear from you, we're going to continue to educate you, so don't opt out. Thanks. Have a good day.